Are you considering moving to and wondering what it might be like living in Millstone, New Jersey? Maybe the cost of living, the neighborhoods, or the sense and feel of the community. Welcome to Millstone, New Jersey. I'm Melissa DeSantis, managing broker of eXp Realty, Central Jersey, and welcome back to my channel, Monmouth Redefined. On this channel, I talk about everything and anything related to living in Monmouth County, New Jersey. In this video, I'm going to welcome you to Millstone, New Jersey, and give you an overall rundown of what life is really like. Real quick, before we get started, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so that you're notified when my next video on Monmouth County, New Jersey is posted. Okay, let's talk about Millstone. Millstone, New Jersey is located in the southwestern section of Monmouth County. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from New York City. And when people talked about or thought about the towns in Monmouth County, Millstone typically wasn't top of mind. However, since the pandemic, Millstone has become much more popular and desirable. And that leads me to the number one pro of living in Millstone. Residents love the rural atmosphere and feeling of Millstone Township. The homes in Millstone are set on large lots, most of them at least 2 acres or more. Living here, you don't have to worry about traffic lights because there are none. The only thing you're likely to stop for when driving through the 37 miles of the community is a deer. And there are a lot of them in Millstone and very few streetlights. So be careful if you're driving through, especially at night. The second reason people love living in Millstone is because of the small hometown feel it offers. Most residents living here in Millstone enjoy this aspect of it, and it's one of the reasons they have chosen Millstone to live. Throughout the area, you will find several horse farms. But aside from a handful of restaurants, a couple of convenience stores, and Frog Bridge and Black Bear summer camps, you won't find much more commercial businesses. Millstone has very little crime. So this factor, along with its hometown feel, are huge pluses for many. The third reason people love to live in Millstone is its visually appealing aspect and calm, peaceful atmosphere. The town itself is very clean, well-maintained, and well-kept. There are several grassy, wooded areas. This makes it a great place to live and raise a family. So now that you know why so many people love calling Millstone home, let's talk about the reasons some don't. The number one con on the list is that it can be a bit dull and boring. On the other hand, if you enjoy more of a slower pace and don't mind driving a ways to do your food shopping, fill up your car with gas, or go to the gym, you will likely find Millstone refreshing and endearing. Moving on to the number two con on the list, and that is there are no public utilities. All of Millstone is septic and well. If you are considering purchasing in Millstone, I recommend you do a thorough septic inspection to ensure the tank has been maintained and is up to date. The seller will also have to have the well tested and certified to ensure that is working and that there are no issues with the water. The third and last con to living in Millstone is the cost of living. As I discussed in the beginning, prior to the pandemic, Millstone really was not as sought after to live in as it is now. With a budget of $400,000 to $500,000, you're looking at about 1,400 to 1,600 square feet, and the home is likely going to need a lot of updating and work. A larger budget of $650,000 to $750,000 will get you more square footage and less work to do. However, it's no longer the 4,000 square foot home you got a few years ago. If you are looking for that size home with little to no work, you will need a budget of around $900,000 or so. So there you have it, the pros and the cons to living in Millstone, New Jersey. If you have any further questions about Millstone or any other towns in Monmouth County, or even if you live here in Monmouth County and want further information, please visit my website at melissadesantis.com. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Millstone. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.